The things you can't believe, but an emotional man is an emotional man. And one thing we learned about Finesse, that's why the words say it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. An issue for Finesse2tymes after he allegedly made terroristic threats to former artist FNG King's guardian in October 2024. Oops, Finesse2tymes was issued an arrest warrant after he allegedly made terroristic threats against the guardian of his former artist, 11-year-old rapper FNG King. The 32-year-old rapper is accused of making threats against a woman acting as a guardian for King, according to TMZ TV. The unnamed woman called the police after the rapper and his brother allegedly verbally threatened her outside a smoke shop in Humble, Texas on October 23, 2024. During the alleged incident, King had joined his guardian as she stopped by the shop to pick up her grandchild. At the time, Finesse asked to speak with King, and soon after, the woman said that the child ran out of the store looking distressed and said, "They're trying to send me back to Memphis." The child got inside the car, joined by 4 other children. However, the back-end rapper allegedly approached the woman's vehicle, trying to intimidate her. Things escalated when Finesse's brother allegedly told her that they would open up fire. The woman claims she saw what appeared to be a gun outlined under his shirt. "You're gonna die on camera today," Finesse yelled during the exchange. Currently, authorities are investigating the incident, and it's unclear if Finesse or his brother will face any charges. Now, your man Finesse2tymes is no stranger to harming women. Remember, he told on his bodyguard after they got into a woman after he pursued her. So there's that.
According to an arrest warrant, a then 23-year-old female named Quadria Thomas provided a written statement in Forest City Police stating, "On January 25th, 2017 at approximately 2:45 a.m., I was driving by Club Envy located in Forest City when Finesse was leaving the club. As I got in front of Club Envy, I noticed a road closed sign in front of the car Finesse was entering from the passenger side. As he entered the car, he looked in front of the vehicle he entered and noticed my car and began to scream very loud and viciously at me. 'Move that motherfucking car right now. Move that shit before I air that piece of shit out.' I replied okay and began to reverse my car in the opposite direction of Finesse. As I'm in reverse, he stands up while the car is still moving and began to aim a big gun at me, yelling and demanding that I move. At this point, I was shaking and very afraid. I finally had reversed enough to be able to turn my car around and drive forward. As I looked back, Finesse's car was directly behind me and he still has the gun pointed at my vehicle. I began to increase the speed of my car to get further away from him, but I came to an abrupt stop when I almost hit another car. I looked back to see how close they were, and that's when I saw him begin to shoot. I quickly sped off. As I turned on another road, I hit the rails with the left front of my car, causing damage. My back window was damaged with a bullet hole that caused my window to completely shatter. I would also like to note that I was grazed by a bullet on the left side of my neck. So while Finesse would want you to believe he's out here stepping on shit, in all reality he shot at a female and had her shaking so bad she became a Moneybagg Yo fan. This was literally the case he went to the feds for, talking about his paperwork good when he didn't even have a fucking co-defendant. This wasn't a rap beef, a robbery, or a gang war. Finesse shot at a female fan because he threw a tantrum in the parking lot. But this dumbass decision would put someone else in prison. Kentrell Gwynn, aka Dirt, was Finesse2tymes' low-budget security guard who also caught a case because of Finesse. A week after the parking lot shooting, an arrest team located Finesse outside of a club in the passenger seat of a Mercedes. Dirt was in the driver's seat wearing a fugitive recovery agent badge, a bulletproof vest, and a thigh holster with a .40 caliber pistol. A Glock would be found in the driver's seat next to Dirt along with an extended magazine. Dirt would be interviewed and stated he'd been Finesse's bodyguard for the last few months. He'd previously worked as a bounty hunter and had a Tennessee-issued concealed pistol permit. Dirt would claim ownership of all guns in the vehicle, including a Century Arms AK pistol in the back of the Mercedes. This would be the same AK pistol from the parking lot shooting. Inside of the passenger door where Finesse was sitting was an empty Glock magazine and a receipt from a pawn shop for a Glock 23. Now Finesse2tymes was Mirandized and interviewed, which is interesting because this is the same guy that said on Instagram, "How I was raised, we don't make no statements. Get me a lawyer, interrogation terminated." So let's see how many times he actually sat down with the police. In this instance, Finesse told the feds the night of the parking lot shooting, he pulled out the Draco, and he is aware he is a convicted felon and cannot possess a firearm. So literally his first sentence in the interview and he snitched on his damn self. But he advised he didn't shoot at the female and doesn't know who shot. Come to find out, the entire incident was captured by a witness on Facebook Live, and federal investigators would watch the video, determining Finesse wasn't threatened or in danger, but was the aggressor and could clearly be seen with the AK pistol. Investigators would find multiple Facebook posts of Finesse flexing his security's AK, including one photo with the caption reading, "I got the Drake at the dough." But this wasn't even a Draco, it was a cheaper Raz 47. Once again, the fans have been finessed, and the only things fake so far about this entire case is his persona and that Draco. The feds would launch an investigation into the gun, finding out Dirt bought it 29 days before the parking lot shooting. They'd also recover surveillance video from the pawn shop showing Finesse entering a gun store with Dirt, picking out a gun, and Finesse can be seen leading close to Dirt saying something as Dirt counted out the money for the gun. So because Finesse was flexing his security's gun on Facebook and decided to pull and fire it at a female, the feds' investigation would recover surveillance video of Dirt buying Finesse a gun, and Dirt would be federally indicted on providing a firearm to a convicted felon. Now, Finesse posted to Facebook back in 2021 a picture of his plea agreement addendum, which highlights there is not a provision for cooperation or substantial assistance. He'd write, "Every time somebody speak on my name, I'ma post my paperwork. If you want to know about my transcripts and docket sheets, ask any real one at USP Atlanta that's jailing with me. I'm not your big homie or your little homie. I don't fold under pressure, I am pressure. I've seen over 20 detectives throughout my life. I ain't never said shit but lawyer." What's weird is his plea addendum is under seal and can't be accessed. What's worse is his transcripts highlight him doing the exact opposite of asking for a lawyer. Finesse was interviewed by the ATF in Birmingham, Alabama, where he admitted he upped the Draco. He admitted to being recently released from prison and moving around with illegal firearms. He'd also advised he was a member of the Vice Lords with a large tattoo saying Ghost Mob on his back. When speaking with the Little Rock Police Department, he told investigators he possessed the Draco at the parking lot shooting, but his choice of words were interesting. Finesse would refer to the guns as our Draco and we got an XD. The transcripts would state his exact words during the interview were, "We didn't have our Draco at the club, we got the XD and he got the 45. And Finesse would say he bought the 45, but the 45 ain't in his name. With all this talk about guns, having illegal guns, buying guns that weren't in his name, it's easy to see how Finesse's security Kentrell Gwynn, aka Dirt, would be indicted by the feds. Now, I received a DM saying ask Finesse about Kentrell. He told on Kentrell in Pulaski County. Finesse was in T Unit, which was protective custody, while Kentrell was in general population. This wasn't the first DM I'd get saying Finesse was in PC either. Another DM would say if you want to find out more about the Finesse situation, contact the Vice Lord named in the Tennessee Department of Corrections. He made the call back then to send Finesse to PC at Hardman County for being a rat. So yeah, he told and been to PC. I was in the Tennessee Department of Corrections at the time. Now all of this is alleged and nothing more than rumor.
Alright. So you can kind of tell, and there may be some truth to this. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, obviously. If there's video camera footage, it's going to be bad. But a complaint is a complaint, and the police have to do their due diligence. Added with Cuz still being on federal parole, so that's not good. But the person that seems like more the worst person is the brother. But we'll see what happens. If where she placed both of them, only one of them said it, which means he would have had to been directly looking at it, which means that he's the mastermind and this is premeditated. It'd be bad for Finesse2tymes. Do I think ultimately anything happens because of this? No. I don't think nothing happens because of this. Because depending on when she sent this out is everything. Added with, I don't get, and once again, she could have called them the day of and then they figure out, you know what? There's enough evidence to press forward. They could be searching media. They could be searching all this stuff and everything like that. I thought it was something on my chin. And there's that. But the hard part about this is that she's saying that Finesse2tymes did it with his brother. Finesse2tymes and his brother been beefing since last year in the early parts. So how true that part is, I don't know. But you can go back and you can look at dates and you can see, bruh, Finesse2tymes' brother ain't been cool for a while. Now, if she would have said his mama had the gun, I 100% would say, yep, they did it. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Slam the gavel. It is what it is. But in this one, nah. I think more than likely the lady was upset, didn't like how it was handled, and Finesse running his watermelon-shaped ass mouth just decided to say something stupid. I don't think he probably said, he'll have him shoot the car up. That'd be crazy. But he probably said something to the effect of, man, we'll take this car or something like that. He said something threatening. I can guarantee it. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Y'all let me know your thoughts on this, and I would go further into it, but it's not enough information for me to say that. And early preliminary stuff, I don't see him getting in trouble over this. I just don't. Maybe y'all do.